All right, guys, we're going to look at place value when we're dealing with decimals. I feel pretty confident that most of you would have no problems reading a whole number, even into the millions. But it's when you get to the decimal part that some of you have a little bit of difficulty. So the first thing we want to do is just make sure that you know the place values. So if we're talking about our decimal here, anything to the left of the decimal are my whole numbers. So that starts with my ones place and tens and hundreds and thousands, 10,000s, hundreds, 100,000s, millions, 10 million, 100 millions, billion, and so on. Okay, so again, I have no problem with you going that way. I think it's when you go past the decimal that you have some issues. So after the decimal, it's the tenths place, so it is a tenth of one. Then the next one is the hundredths. And notice I'm saying fifth after each one of those because it is a part of a whole again. Then we've got thousandths. Just if I could spell that right. And 10,000s, 100,000s, millionths. But for right now, we're just going to go to the thousandths place. Okay? So look at that. Make sure you know that. Tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s. Make sure you know those. So let's just look at a couple things. Again, I think you can say these words, these numbers. So this would just be 345. This would be 809, 45, and 116. If you can say these words, these numbers, then you would have no problems with the decimal part. The only thing is you just have to concentrate on that last number. That last number is going to tell you the place value, which tells you the last word to say. So again, you were able to say this number. Say it out loud. 345, correct. Now, when you come up here, you just say 345, and then you name the place value. You name the thousands. So this is 345 thousandths. This one, again, I know how you said it. You said it was 809. So this is 809. It's in the thousands place. So this is 809 thousandths. Okay. This one right here, you notice there's an empty spot right here, so I would have to have a 0 there. So again, you said this was 45 in the thousandths place, so 45 thousandths. And this one, 116 thousandths. So let's play with a couple of them here. Let's make up some more numbers here. Let's extend my lines just so you can see them. So let's say I have my decimal. All right, see if you can say that one. That's 24 thousandths. What about this one? You know how to say this number. That's just 16, so it's 16 hundredths. And if I had this one, that would simply be 2 tenths. Okay, seem pretty easy? So all you have to do is make sure that you know what the last number, what place value that is in. All right, so let's go back. Let me write another one in here. Now let's add some that have whole numbers in it. All right, so let's look at this one. All right, from in front of the decimal, I know you know how to say this, 147. Anytime you see that decimal, you're going to say the word and. Okay, 147 and this is simply 32 thousandths. 147 and 32 thousandths. Let's do another one. Okay, 2,567 and 27 hundredths. All right, so let's practice some of the things that were on your quiz and see how you did this. First thing you want to look for is you want to look for that word and, because that means that any number to the left of it, these were all whole numbers, and this was my decimal part. All right, so 356, 356, and so that tells you there's a decimal, and then 36 thousandths. So I know you know how to write 36. That's just a 36. The thousandths tells you there are 3 places after the decimal. I've got the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths. Remember that last number needs to be in the last place value. So the 6 has to be there, the 3 has to be there, and then I guess I have to fill that spot with a 0. Okay, let's try the next one. 12 and, that's important, so this is all before the decimal. 12 and I have 9 tenths. Well, I know you know how to write 9. The tenths is just one place after the decimal, so it would be 9 tenths. 525 thousandths. Okay, you notice I don't have the word and anywhere, but I do have thousandths. That means that I don't have a whole number. I simply have a decimal. So here's my decimal. Let's make sure we know how to write this. 525. Well, 525. You know how to write that. And then the thousandths. So there is the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths place. So my last digit needs to go there, then fill in. 525 thousandths. Let's check the next one. 36 and, so that means that's in front, and 18 thousandths. Well, I know you know how to write 18 thousandths, so we've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The last digit should go in that last place value, so I guess I need to fill it with a 0. Last one. 6,315 and, whew, that's a lot before the and, so let's do that first. 6,315. 6,315 and, so that's my decimal. All right, so now we need to write 716 ten thousandths. Ooh, we're going to 10 thousandths there. All right, so 716. Okay, I know you know how to write that. 716. So now we have to get to the 10 thousandths place. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths. All right, so my last digit, 6, 1, 7, and I guess I need to fill that with a 0. Okay? All right, now it's going to be your turn. I want you to go ahead and pause the video. Um, Go ahead and work out these problems and pause the video, and when you're finished, come back and check your answers. All right, check your answers, see how you did. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll check back with you.